Never forget the power of leaving the whole world behind. Going into that special place inside, that hermit mode. More than that, not taking any monkeys with you. Shake them all off your back. The value of going sober. It's a scary thought. How many of you have gone sober for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and beyond? There's a lot to be gained in that sacred space using these plants and these little tabs of magic to ascend and descend through heaven and hell so that you can experience a little bit of what it looks like behind the veil. But there's something to be said for that steady level ground of sobriety, where it might feel like you're not as intuitive, it might feel like you're not as creative, but in the end, we're all able to get there without the crutches, so long as we try to walk without the crutches. And the pain of this world makes us feel like we can't walk. Makes us feel like we need the support. I just want to soothe a little more. I just want to feel that bliss. I just don't want to think about it. As those emotions are coming up, I just want to float away from them. And it's incredible. It's amazing. It's the most alluring thing ever. If I could live in that state all the time, why wouldn't I? Well, that's because it's not what we came in here to do. You can spend your whole life being a surfer. You might even fool yourself into thinking that it's some divine union, some communion that you need. I hear people down here in Tulum talking about it all the time. No. My use is sacred. My marijuana is sacred. My ketamine use is sacred. My drug use is something sacred. It's between me and Pachamama, me and the divine. It's helping me to become more of me. And again, I don't doubt that these little blips can crack you open, but when you're dipping back into the wishing well, sipping that sauce every single time, you don't know yourself without it. And you might say, oh no, I could stop. I have. I've gone a couple weeks, I've gone a month. Can you get sober enough to know that you have zero dependence? Not for me, not for anybody else out there, not so that you can even pat yourself on the back, wear it as a badge, but so that you know. So that you know you can bring your intuitive gifts, your divine channel of light into this world without using those things. And I know what it's like. You take a tab, you take a puff, you take a sniff, and all of a sudden you're on a magic carpet ride where the ideas are flowing and all of life is behind you and all you have is you and beyond. But there's nothing that feels worse than thinking that you can't achieve that from your sober state. I've spent so much time in my sobriety thinking exactly that I can't access it from my sober state. How disempowering. How scary. And I don't want you to feel that, so this is a reminder for me, but it's also for you. Shake the monkeys off your back. Everyone's on a different path, but I promise you this, it's nobody's path to be high all the time. It's nobody's path to live with these monkeys on your back and think that they're your friends. They're states to explore. They're moments to have. They're not ways of being. And I say this from having stayed in these ways of being outside of my alignment, these heightened states for years. And I gained so much. And at the same time, I lost so much because it disempowered me, because my God became the plant. My God became the little tab. And not in some big way where I professed it, not in some way where if my parents said it, I would admit to it. A sneaky way behind my ego, my spiritual ego, posturing, saying, no, this is different. And you know what? It is different. Going into an intentional ceremony, eating a handful of mushrooms with full presence is very, very different than cranking a line of Coke and popping a handful of pills and going to a shitty show. It's very different. But again, we came into this world sober. The prophets walked through this world soberly. Do you know why you need to do it sober? So that the art you make, the gift that you bring to the world, is made on a vibration that connects with people who are sober, because the ones that need the help are the ones that are watching this sober or reading it sober, because the ones in the altered state don't need your help. They're having their own experience, but we need to help a sober world. And more important than that, we need to learn how to shine. And it's not just learning how to shine on some substance, some crutch, which makes you feel less than you already are. It's learning how to shine without any of that stuff, because when you do, you will be reminded of the greatness that you are. So I'm going to leave this here to pick up later. In case I forget, thank you, folks. Peace.